Hey everyone, did not think I would be doing Tony Bennett again, but here I am finding another Tony Bennett record amongst the collection of records that I have inherited over the years that I'm going through and slowly going to work out of my house in some cases. When it comes to Tony Bennett, man, I gotta say, I understand why people love him. I am not one of those people. The respect I have for him as a vocalist for the crooning, fantastic. But this album is a perfect example of why the crooning turns me off, especially with how long it goes on. This is Tony Bennett, I Want to Be Around is the name of this album. This apparently belonged to a Leo MacArthur somewhere along the way. Name printed down here. I don't know who Leo MacArthur is or how I ended up with Leo MacArthur's album. Guaranteed high fidelity. Now, it does sound fantastic. It is a really good sounding album. This one is in fantastic shape. I think I heard one brief skip on one track somewhere. That being said, I'm going to just get into this real fast because most of it is basically the same. Somewhere between a low mid-tempo and a low tempo, or slow tempo if you like, sorry. There's very little that's got any heartbeat on this. So, the Sunday Afternoon or Go Sleepy's album. That's got a cat knocking down some stuff over in the distance there. Gonna have to go fix that up afterwards, clearly. Alright, moving on. The album's up with The Good Life from the film The Seven Capital Sins. Never seen the movie, never even heard of the movie. Is the movie worth checking out? Have you seen the movie? Tell me down below. I should also point out that this album is 1963 was the release date on this, or is the copyright date on the back of this album. So this movie would obviously have to be prior to 63, just so anything mentioned on here movie-wise would have to be prior to 63, or 63 possibly. Okay. The Good Life opens up this album, lets you know right away what you're in for. It was an okay tune, I guess. If I Love Again, I have covered before. I had to check. I don't remember this song, and I don't remember covering it before, but I do remember that the album I covered before that this was on, I wasn't overly impressed with. Then we're into I Want to Be Around, which, okay. I've Got Your Number from the Broadway production Little Me. I, once again, never heard of or seen this, so if you know anything about it, go ahead, tell me down below. They're just songs, really. Until I Met You with the Ralph Sharon Trio. Now, I've never heard of the Ralph Sharon Trio. And based on Until I Met You, I got no reason to really care. That changes on the next track. Because the next track, Let's Face the Music and Dance, this is really nice. Got some good tempo to it. Really, honestly, makes you want to get up and dance. I'm horrible with Latin percussion terminology. Use it, I write with it. I can never remember which ones are which when I'm listening to them. I want to say that this one has a kind of samba kind of vibe to it or something like that. Really, really enjoy it though. Like, this is the type of tune where I would honestly probably put it into a mix of my own stuff. Like, if I was putting together a mixtape of Sunday afternoon music or something like that, or a mixtape of older, fun, danceable related stuff, or even if I was, DJing, I could work Let's Face the Music and Dance into something, you know? Like, it's a really, really good tune, man. And it's enough to make me go, I gotta check out the Ralph Sharon Trio, just a little bit, you know? It was really enjoyable. And that ends side one. And then when we get to side two, you have Once Upon a Summertime, If You Were Mine, I Will Live My Life for You, Someone to Love, It Was Me, and the album finishes with Quiet Nights, Corcadova. Quiet Nights I enjoy. Corcadova, I don't know if that's supposed to be a style of music, maybe, or that's just an additional title to go in. It's in brackets, Corcadova. And I really enjoy this one. It kind of has a slow salsa kind of feel. You know, it's really... I could easily see doing a cover of this one. It's a really good tune. Just got the slow groove. Even I could see metal bands even kind of doing a cover of this one. It's just got this really cool, sexy, slow groove to it. AC/DC could do this one really well. It'd be really cool. A couple other bands as well, really. I would put that in the right hands of the right artists. Maybe even Alice Cooper on that one a little bit, man. That could be fun. The whole way around... I'm clearly not a Tony Bennett fan. That's the way that works. We're not going to pretend otherwise. And I'm not going to say that, you know, I have the wherewithal to say this is a good album or a bad album. I can say it's a Tony Bennett album. Sounds like other Tony Bennett albums I've, you know, talked about. All I can say is when it comes to the music, Let's Face the Music and Dance, cherry. Quiet Nights, really good. Outside of that, the rest of it is slow and boring as hell for me. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think. That's what the comment section is for down below. Drop me a line. Let me know what you think. On your way down there, you're going to see a like button, subscribe button, bell for notifications. If you could hit those, I would appreciate it, as always. A couple links worth checking out. Otherwise, folks, peace, love, take care.